From the Benetti Classic to the Benetti Vision, the Tradition, the Delfino, the Mediterraneo, the composite super yacht series produced by Benetti has consistently broken records throughout the yachting industry. Their names are synonymous with success. For that reason, I was very excited when Benetti invited me here to Viareggio to take a look at their brand new 44-metre flagship yacht, which is called the Benetti Diamond. This is the first one to be launched. There's still work underway on board as they prepare her for her owner. But we are amongst the first people to have the opportunity to take a look at her in detail. And we'll start with the sun deck, justifiably a source of great pride for the shipyard. At over 100 square meters, this is far and away the largest sun deck in its class. It is arguably one of the most important and most used areas on board. So, to offer this kind of floor space for an owner and his guests, in my opinion, puts the yard at a great commercial advantage. It is the perfect area for dining under the stylish hardtop, sunbathing, and enjoying cocktails at the bar. Moving down from the sun deck to the upper deck, I was impressed to see a sky lounge that is of considerably larger proportions than I expected. This is a theme that will run throughout this walkthrough. Benetti's finely honed ability to maximise one space without compromising another. Often a large sky lounge will come at the expense of the aft deck, but Giorgio Cassetta, who designed this yacht in collaboration with Benetti, has ensured that the upper aft deck is very generously sized indeed, and also that the sky lounge is well proportioned by stretching it across the entire beam of the yacht. It's a clever idea and it works very well. Further forward of the sky lounge is the bridge, and this is something I was particularly excited to show you. The designers have created a completely walk-around instrument panel with a beautiful modern design and superb practical functionality. Actually, I wanted to take a moment to expand upon that point, because just about every other yacht has the instrument panel pushed forward against the windshield with cabinetry underneath containing wiring and technical equipment. I can't count how many times I've walked into a bridge to see a rear end sticking out from under the instrument panel as a technician tries to connect wires and perform other important jobs. It is such an awkward way to work. This brand new system from Benetti is not just beautiful to look at, it's also very, very practical. The central trunk funnels all of the wiring down to a full height cabinet at the top of the crew stairs, where a rack is located so that a technician can work standing up and in comfort. Oh, and this, by the way, this is carbon fibre. The main deck too follows the theme of perfectly balancing the indoor and outdoor spaces. I was astonished at how wide and spacious the opening to the lounge is, even having large windows in the corners facing aft. This was achieved by moving the lateral trunks of the yacht further forward so that the aft area of the lounge is open, light and spacious. It is a sumptuous and inviting area, and note those long blade-shaped windows that run the length of the superstructure, bathing the lounge in light and providing uninterrupted views of the surrounding seascape. And here we need to talk about the other theme that runs through the yacht, and that is Benetti's obsessive desire to make her as silent as is humanly possible. Every interior area is in fact built on floating floors and with floating bulkheads too, created by using an insulated framework around it. This doesn't just absorb noise and vibrations from the engines and the machinery, but it also stops annoying noises such as footsteps from passing down to the cabins below. And talking of the cabins, forward of the main lounge is a 60 square metre owner's suite complete with a study area. The sumptuous stateroom itself with a walk-in closet and a wonderful ensuite bathroom that will be a joy to wake up to in the morning. Here again, I've often seen large master suites, but then when I see the galley, I'm always disappointed, since space from the galley has been robbed to give to the master. Here though again, Benetti and Giorgio Cassetta have triumphed in their ability to feed one space without ever starving the other. Below deck, there are 4 magnificent staterooms for guests, and whilst you can see on screen the beauty of the adornment, I'd like to tell you about something that you can't see, since it really exemplifies Benetti's superior level of quality. The piping that runs behind the ceiling panels in these cabins is actually sound insulated, so that if, for example, somebody takes a shower whilst a guest is asleep, the noise of the running water won't disturb their slumber. Silence and equilibrium really are the 2 things that stood out most to me on this yacht. In addition to the floating floors and bulkheads that we mentioned earlier, great lengths have been taken to eliminate noise and vibrations from machinery on board. All reputable builders have silent blocks and sound insulation, but Benetti go the extra mile with elastic joints on the propped shaft thrust bearings. Let's take a moment to look at the outside spaces, and forward of a spacious and inviting aft deck, 2 side decks lead to steps up to the bow. It's this layout that allows the full beam sky lounge on the next deck up, and it leads to a wonderfully appointed bow with an elevated plunge pool and sunbathing facilities. This elevated layout allows not just for wonderful views from the deck, but also it keeps the anchor and mooring gear neatly out of sight. If one prefers to go from the aft deck directly to the other deck levels, the Diamond has a stairway that is nothing short of a work of art. Teak steps flanked by glass bulwarks are moulded together by Benetti's remarkable oval stainless steel railings. Each single piece is hand polished, something that really distinguishes Benetti from the rest. Again, a wonderful balance of spaces, but the most winning formula for me we find at the stern. So many yachts, even of this size, have a beach club that doubles up as a storage area for tenders and toys. It's functional, but very inconvenient since you just can't use it when the tenders are on board. Benetti have somehow managed to fit a very sizable tender garage towards the stern, big enough in fact for a 6.3 metre tender and 2 jet skis. But at the extreme aft, there is a totally separate beach club that can even be used while the yacht is cruising, so that guests can enjoy the view. I've spoken a lot about the obsession that Benetti have to make the Diamond an extremely silent yacht. I was also genuinely impressed by the equilibrium of the spaces on board. But let me take a moment to talk about the remarkable construction quality of this yacht. When you buy a 44-metre Benetti, you're not buying from a shipyard that's taking a risk because they've never built anything so big before. Last year, Benetti delivered 3 Giga yachts, 3 yachts over 100 metres long, and that same engineering department that regularly produces some of the world's largest yachts also worked tirelessly to produce the Diamond. This is a yacht well within Benetti's comfort zone, but they've stepped outside of their comfort zone by pushing their limits to produce a yacht so silent, so well executed, so well balanced in its proportions, that it promises to become one of the world's greatest yachts in its category. And with 2 units already sold before launch and another one in negotiation at the time of filming this video, it's very clear that I'm not the only person who thinks so.